Notre Dame is top in the ACC and fewest sacks allowed. What's the key to trying to get some pressure on Ian Book to make him make some mistakes and being able to control the line of scrimmage?
I think the main point would be, rush lane integrity. You want to take advantage of their setbacks and their mistakes. So we don't ever want to rush anything if it's not there, but we do want to be able to take those opportunities that are presented to us. They have a very impressive offensive line. They have a very athletic quarterback. And so I think the biggest thing is just maintaining our gap and maintaining rush integrity, being where we're supposed to be.
And coming off the Wake Forest win, that I know those issues were prevalent, especially up front against that offense. What did you take away from that game in film study, and where are some areas you guys need to improve on from that game to this one?
I would say honestly, probably just communication, things like that. We got to understand, when it's time to get off the field, third and long, things like that. You got to have a pass rush mindset. You got to know who's where. You got to be able to balance the rush out. You don't ever want to have one guy on one side and three guys on another side. Just small things like that. Taking, the air out of gaps, getting big in the hole, preventing athletic quarterbacks like we're going to see this upcoming Friday to be able to just take off and run. So that was our biggest takeaway from that game.
Great. Thank you, Tomari.
Casey, your hand went up and then it disappeared. Did you have a question for Tomari? Okay, Matt Fortuna, go ahead, then followed by Ross.
Hi, Tomari. Thanks for doing this. I'm curious, what's it like going against your guys' offense in practice when you guys do go ones versus ones? I mean, as far as keeping the pace, the tempo needed, the conditioning needed, and how much does that help you guys when you play another team on Saturday that's not going to go as fast as your offense does?
It helps a lot. We have one of the best offenses in the country. We have some of the best alignment in the country, I feel like. So being able to go against them one-on-one gives you quality reps each and every day, I feel like. So you just got to be able to take advantage of those. We try to make a big emphasis on it. Obviously, if you can't rush the passer, you can't play. So we put a big emphasis on that. Got to be able to win your rush. We do different kind of stunts, different kind of twist game, things like that. So just being blessed to be able to have such a good O-line to work with is an amazing advantage, I feel like.
Ross Martin.
Hey, Tomari. I was wondering what you thought about the defensive line rotation in the last couple of games. I know you've been working in a lot of younger players, how it's been going for you and Raymond and Jaleel.
I think it's solid. I think everyone's time's coming. I think young guys are starting to come along really well. Just out of fact to being able to trust them in a game in crucial situations, things like that. So when you have that kind of trust, it makes it a lot easier on guys like me, Ray, Jaleel, Zach, and anybody else who's getting in, because now we don't have to play 5, 10, 15 plays in a row depending on how long the drive is. It could be 2 and out, it could be 3 and out, it could be they come in every third down, it could be we come in every third down. So it just helps everybody stay fresh, and it really just helps with the efficiency of our defense.
Is there one young player that you think has really stood out in the last couple of games that's really helped the defensive line?
I don't want to give it to him just yet, but I think Miles stepped up. Him and Clyde really both of them have been coming into their own, forging their own path, things like that. They're getting the plays down, and we're being able to trust them in together. Miles still has some work to do technique-wise, but he's crazy explosive. He knows how to make plays. He gets pushed. He gets knocked back. He could be in the backfield. So if I'm going to give it to anyone, it'll probably be him. He's doing the best he can to learn everything possible.
Great. Thanks, Tomari.
Excuse me. Got 2 more for Tomari. Andrew Jones, then David Teal.
Hey, Tomari. Notre Dame's averaging about 230 yards on the ground. What do you anticipate might be the primary challenge going up against their ground attack?
Against a running back like that, he's really explosive. Watching film of him, he's a quick guy. So a big emphasis I feel like is got to stay in our gap. You know, you can't pop holes on a guy like that because if you do, he'll make you pay. So when the time comes, you know, depending on what the play is, you gotta get where you gotta get to go where you gotta go, and you gotta be in your spot so that other people can be in their spots. That's the only way this thing works. Because if you give a talented team like this, a talented running back like that, any kind of breathing room, then you know they're gonna turn an inch into a mile.
When you got a game like this coming up and now you have exams behind you and it's just football, how do you kind of pace your excitement, pace whatever kind of energy you have building up to something like this so you don't expend it all before you get to Friday?
Really, it's just being locked in day to day, you know, understanding what it is. You know, you can't play. We have practice hours, you know, you can't play the game today. You don't want to burn that excitement and things like that. And the only way you do that is just by locking in on the moment. You know, obviously you want to look forward to it, but you know, if you keep looking, you can't focus on what's right in front of you. So I think that's what we, or at least me, I try to influence others to focus on what we're doing right here, right now.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
Last one for Tomari. Go ahead, David Teal.
Tomari, you mentioned earlier in general Notre Dame's offensive line. In your video study, has Liam Eichenberg, number 74 for them at left tackle, stood out? And if so, what about him?
Obviously very talented, just like the rest of his teammates. We don't try and focus on any one person in particular too much because you don't want to play against a name. You want to play against a player. But you know, respect to him. He's doing his thing. He's obviously very good, just like the rest of his teammates. So we just have to come in prepared, and you know, we do our jobs, and we'll be fine.